Alright, Shalom Akim. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Recha Kodash. Our legacy that belongs to the apostles and elders of great millstone and rule well. And peace and salutation to the Akim around the world that pushes truth and sincerity. I just want to do a short video here, to talk about how important it is to be careful the words that come out your mouth. Not only pertaining to the things that you ask for, but also pertaining to the things that you promise that you'll do, like vows, for example, right? I started Matthew 12 verse 36, right, to say but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment, right? For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. So you really have to be careful of the things that you say, because for example, if a man teaching the wrong thing according to the scriptures, he could be condemned for that. Also, if you make a vow that you will do certain things, and you don't, you could actually end up having to pay for that also. So you just have to be real mindful of the things that you do, and even the things that you say that you'll do. Also, try to make sure that you do them, right? So there's Ecclesiastes 5 verse 4, right? So say, when thou vowest a vow unto the Most High, it said, defer not to pay it, right? For he had no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Because if a man vow unto the Most High and he actually don't keep it, he being foolish, because the Most High control you in his hand. You understand? With a thought you could die or even suffer. So he's not somebody to actually say that you will do something and actually not do it, right? It say, better is it that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Because just like how the scriptures say, if the Most High does keep his word for his name's sake, he's not somebody that does break his word. So for him on such a high level to not be breaking his word, for you to make vows to him and break yours, putting yourself in a I wouldn't even say between a rock and a hard spot. That is a real tough place you're putting yourself in, right? It says, suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, right? Because once you vow that you will do something unto the Most High and you don't do it, it will be classed as sin unto you, right? It said, neither say thou before the angel that it was an error, because it have angels that is witness you making these vows. So don't go and make the vow and then afterward say it was a mistake. Yes, can't take it back. It say, wherefore should the Most High be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hand? You understand? So I just show you exactly how strong he does actually take these things. So there's Numbers 30. I'll start from 1, right? It's, you know what, I'll read Judges first. I'll read Judges. It's Judges. Which one it is, babe? I don't remember which Judges it is. Give me a sec. I forget exactly which story in Judges it was. It's Judges 11:30, right? And there's something 30. Judges 11 verse 30. Right, you see, and Jephthah vowed a vow, because the storyline about this is that there's a king and he was warring against Ammon, right? See, and Jephthah vowed a vow unto the Lord and said, if thou shalt without fail deliver the children of Ammon unto mine hands, then it shall be that whatsoever cometh forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering. Now, as the scriptures say, man's going is of the Lord, right? So this was something that he had to do for men in the future, like us, to learn how important it is to be very mindful about where it is you vow, because you will have to answer for it. And even if you want to say to yourself that you don't want to pay it, you'll look for mercy, that wouldn't be the wisest thing to do. So you had to be very very careful about things that things that you say and things that you vow, right? It says, so Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and the Lord delivered them into his hands. So flatter him, say, alright, that's your vow, no sin. And he smote them from Aroer, I think I pronounce it, say, even till thou come to Minit, even 20 cities, and unto the plain of the vineyards, with a very great slaughter. It said, thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel. So and Jephthah came to Mizpah unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dancing, and she was his only child. Beside her he had neither son nor daughter. So you see, he learned a very good lesson. So the scriptures say, be careful what you ask for. You understand? Because sometimes the truth does be something like like Wishmaster. The slogan for that movie is, be careful what you ask for, because when you get it, you mightn't like it. So you already had to be mindful, right? It said, and it came to pass, when he saw her, that he rent his clothes, and said, alas, my daughter, thou hast brought me very low, and thou art one of them that trouble me, for I have opened my mouth, right, unto the Lord, and I cannot go back. And if you read the rest of the story, you'll see he ended up having to sacrifice she, right, because that was the vow he did make. But he learned a very good lesson that day. And just how the scriptures say, whatso was written aforetime, I'll read it. 15 verse 4. It say, Romans 15 verse 4, it say, for whatsoever thing were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So these things were written for us to actually learn from. When you see a man make an error in the scriptures, that is for you to read and learn from his error, so you wouldn't have to repeat what he did. Just like with David, when David put him on up to die and take his wife, he got punished for that. You understand? So a man in the Most High will know, hey, don't feel because you might be favored, you could do foolishness and get away with it. All the stories in the scriptures have something to learn from. Right? I'll read the Numbers now. I want Numbers 30. I'll read Numbers 30 verse 1, right? To say, and Moses spake unto the heads of the tribes concerning the children of Israel, saying, this is the thing which the Lord had commanded, right? So this was an actual commandment. It's not something that was like when you feel to do it, you don't feel to do it. This is our law, right? It say, if a man vow a vow unto the Lord, or swear an oath to bind his soul with a bond, he shall not break his word. He shall do according to all that proceeded out of his mouth. So you have to be real careful of these things. If you know to yourself that you're not good at keeping vows or even remember them, best you don't make them. because you will have to pay the penalty for them when they do, when that time does come. You understand? Even like with marriage, for example. You understand? When a man declare your wife to the Most High, that is like a vow you're making. So you can't just break that off. You or her can't just break that off just so, without just reasons. And a woman had to come good to have a just reason to leave she husband and go with her next man, which is none that I could think of. But even for a man, these things are things that I think very hard about, because it would be required of you when the time is due, right? Anyway, I have some short precepts on vows. Hope it was edifying to any brother that listened to it. With that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rachak Wadash. I'd like to say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of Real Well, and peace and salutation to the Hakim around the world that pushes truth and sincerity. And the one or two Akwat that actually follow also. Shalom.